All right, so here we have a Drachenader small EDC fixed blade that I purchased off Amazon. I'm going to give you a quick look at the listing. So it's listed as a small fixed blade knife, 7-inch tactical EDC, G10 handles. Comes in some different colors, black on black, black with silver, and green and silver. This is the green and silver. This is in D2 steel. It's a very comfortable, nice little knife here. Let's take a real close-up look at the blade here. This is a hollow grind. And the grinds on both sides are pretty even. I would say that's really nice, really even. Let's get a little bit better light down here. So I would say the grinds are done really nice. There's the dragon logo. And I don't know that this knife has a name. I couldn't find one on the listing there. A couple things to point out on this. It is pretty small as far as being a full 4-finger knife. I think most people could get 4 fingers on there. I'm kind of 3.5, about 3.5 there. So, but it does fit in the hand nice. To me, it feels like, if I'm going to use it like this, though, it feels like to me it's 3.5 fingers. If I'm going to hold it more like that, it might be 4. A couple things that I think could have been done a little bit better, and mind you, this is a $25 knife, but this lanyard hole is sharp. You can feel it with your finger. If that doesn't bother you, you can easily smooth that out with a little file. But they could have chamfered that a little bit. They did chamfer the blade real nice, the handle, I mean. You can see all the way around the whole handle. It has been chamfered. So that's really nice. It does have a nice polish on it. Bolt-on scales. I think the scales are really done pretty nice. They're pretty blocky though. They have done a nice radius on the edge here, giving you a little relief right here for your finger on both sides. And that appears to be pretty even. There. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty even. The scales are pretty grippy. There really is no hot spots on the scale. I would say there really is no hot spots on the knife handle. I would say overall it's a nice knife with just one spot there that I would correct. Let's take a look at the sheath. There's one complaint I have about the sheath, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you already know what it is. You can't get a full purchase on this knife to pull it out. And for this knife, it actually bothers me enough to where I'm not carrying it, because I just don't feel like, as an everyday carry, I can get to this blade quickly enough. So you see where my finger should be, and it jumps way in the sheath here. So I'm literally left with no place to put my finger where it should be. So I'm way out here on the knife. And for me, that's 2.5 fingers on the knife. I'm not even really getting a purchase with this one. So for me, it's two fingers down here and then my thumb to pull this knife out. So for me, I pull it out and I'm not where I want to be at all. If somebody was attacking me or anything like that, they could easily, right as soon as I deploy this out of the sheath, they could kick this or hit this and knock it right out of my hand because I don't have all my fingers on it. So they literally could just push it right out of my hand. So for me, I don't like that. And what I will do is just open up this sheath right here. And hopefully there's enough retention still to where I'm still locked into the sheath. And I think it should be fine because it kind of locks in. Well, you know what? I think it's locked in on these screws. Let's see. Yeah, I would say it's going to lock on those screws right there and the handle here. So if I just take a little Dremel tool here and cut out some of the sheath, I can even come way back to here and kind of make it really nice, where I can get my finger right where it needs to be. Other than that, I like the sheath. It's pancake, not a taco style. I do like the minimal belt clip here. It would fit a large belt. Definitely get I'm sure we'll get a 2-inch belt in there. Yeah, 2-inch belt will fit in there. So, and I'm sure that you could switch this around and carry it scout style, which is what I would do with this when I get ready to carry it. After I fix the sheath here, I'll just flip this around and carry it scout style. I'll probably fix this at the same time. Real easy. Probably do that by hand and not even use power tools. Should be real easy. But for 25 bucks, I think this is a great little blade. Very sharp out of the box, I'm sure. Yeah, the whole blade all the way to the tip. Oh yeah, razor sharp. The whole thing. Hollow grind, so it should perform very well. It should be very slicey. The blade stock is fairly thick. There's no jimping on this knife at all anywhere, which that would have been nice to see. It actually would have been nice to see if they just carried this G10 all the way out, you know, maybe a little smaller hole and move the hole in just a touch to make the G10 strong and not too brittle on the edge here. But it would have been nice if they carried the G10 all the way out here. But there's how it fits in my hands. Very light, you know, for overall light package. I do have another blade by those guys that I already did a review on. And it's this little guy. And this little guy, I prefer this one for an everyday carry right now over this one because I can get a better purchase on it. This one, again, is not perfect, but I can get a much better purchase on it because I can get my finger here and I can get a finger here, and you got a little belly, so I can actually pretty close to where I need to be when I pull that out of the sheath. So when you compare those two together, the handle is very similar. This one does have some jimping. And see, on this one, they carried the G10, you know, over that lanyard hole. And they could have done a little nicer job and just left the radius here and just drilled the hole. And they didn't even need to countersink or whatever they did here to that hole. They could have just left the G10 how it was and gave it a radius and drilled a hole without the extra opening here. because this does create a little bit of a hot spot, but it's not bad. This knife is actually really comfortable in my hands. And so me right now, personally, I prefer to carry this one over this one. And basically it's just because of the purchase. This one appears to have a little bit longer handle, just a touch. I mean, yeah, this one here has a little bit longer handle and not quite as big of a blade. This one has a bigger blade, less of a handle. This one's got just a little bit more of a handle. So for me, I prefer this one. I can't remember the price of this one. These are both great knives. This one is probably a better cutter, you know, with that hollow grind than this flat grind here. But getting back to this one here, let's give you guys a measurement on this one. 7 inches overall, just like the ad said. So the blade cutting length of the blade is going to be about 3 1/4-ish. You know, to the scales, we got 3 5/8. The actual handle that you're going to grab onto, including all the way out to the edge, is 3 3/8. So it's a nice knife. And if this company's watching, I'd like you guys to send me some of these blades, some different ones. I'd like to review all of your knives. So far, I'm really impressed with the quality, the fit and finish, how they feel in my hand. Overall, the sharpness out of the package, just overall, just really, really nice. The grinds are really nice. So Drachenader, if you are watching, please email me. My email is in the description of this video. Nice sharpening choil here. Definitely get a lot of sharpens out of this one. This one also has a nice little sharpening choil. It's not super big, but stonewash blade on this one. D2 again on this guy. But overall, this is a great little knife. A couple modifications, and this will be a great carry. I'll definitely like to carry this one. The blade stock on this one's pretty thick. If we compare both of these side by side, I think they're going to be the same blade stock. This one's just stone washed and this one's not. Kind of hard to tell, but I believe they're the same. But guys, that's this knife off of Amazon for 25 bucks. I hope this review helps you out. This is D2 steel, so it's not stainless steel. You're definitely going to want to wipe it off when you're done. And just keep it clean. I think the fasteners are the same on both knives here. Curious there. But overall, this is a great knife for 25 bucks. You know, you take this out in the woods and use it and you won't feel bad. It's only 25 bucks. So it's hard for me to believe that anybody can produce blades like this and a sheath for 25 bucks. So I'm really impressed with their pricing for sure. Their quality seems great so far. I haven't obviously hard used any of these, and I'm not going to. That isn't my intention when I own a knife, is to go out there and beat it up. I do have some dedicated knives for bushcraft type stuff, but These little EDC knives, I'm not going to do that with. These are more of a put in your pocket and keep it there if you need it. Let me clean this blade off one quick time here. Try to give you a nice look with no fingerprints on it. So you can definitely see the hollow grind when I do this. I think they got a beautiful polish on here though. I think they did a really nice job of that. So guys, that's the little everyday carry there. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, share. Let me know if there's any other blades you'd like me to review, anything you'd like to see up close. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And I did purchase this with my own money, honest review. That's why, you know, I pointed out stuff like this to you. And I'm sure, you know, little stuff like this will help the company make improvements as well. Hopefully they start making improvements to their sheath, because getting a full purchase on the knife is important. You know, yes, the sheaths can be modified, but, you know, right out of the box, it'd be really nice if they thought, you know, about a full purchase. It definitely can be done with Kydex. You can definitely get, you know, get the retention that you need and the grip that you need. So overall, I'm really impressed with this blade. I like it. Thanks guys for watching. See you on the next one.